Okay. Well, we're set.
Ready to go.
First of all, I'll just show you these dogs grab the part, pull it through, pull this out. Nope, can't pull it out. Anyway, as the chain turns, it's driven through bevel gears to a cam on either side. Each cam is a different shape, and that with the shape of the knife determines what the seat blank will be. It's a flat knife. If you break, if it goes any place on this, it's going to go straight out that side, so if you see something flying, run. It makes a little bit of noise. Yeah. Anybody with hamsters? And it's very similar to what you get out of a tenor, and you can see the thickness of the cup. You also see there's virtually no tear out. I mean, you can see a little bit on the end here, on the very end.
Did it do that?
Yep. Mm-hmm. But the density on this varies a lot. This whiter elm is much softer than the darker. But that's watch that. It's timed to the chain.
So how do you come up with a different design of cam to change what you're doing?
Pardon me?
I mean, if you want to change it, the cam, designing the cam to what you want.
Did you say can you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of the cams I generated for the last machine that I rebuilt, where I had to match a certain profile. I had to match the cams to the customer's, both the knife and the cams to the customer's profile. Do I know how to do it? I know some things about it. Do I know how to draw a picture and then do it? No. There's an awful lot of interpolation. There's a lot of things. In theory, it's a very simple machine. In practice, it's not. The dynamics, because you have two different cams, and they're moving at different speeds, and to make things even more fun, they're different diameters as well, and so they move at a different, the outside speeds is different. I had one hell of a time doing it. It took me a long time, and a variation of a 1/16 of an inch on one of those cams is dramatic with the difference it makes. At least when you're matching a pattern. On this, there's no, you know, it's a scoop. The first ones I did, I was cutting much deeper than this, and the cutter head was cutting into the back, and I played with it, but this is about what I'm looking for here. I'm close to getting what I want. And again, shape of the knives, cams, distance. I can adjust the cam follower up and down right here. basically, by changing the shape of the cam, you change the travel. Like the back cam is almost round, and it gives you this round cut. The front cam, you see, notice it's got a little gear in here, and that gives you this little widow's peak kind of thing. Okay. Button. I've actually got 2 machines that sand it, one automatic and one manual. The manual one's right over there in the corner, and it's a double belt stroke sander, triangular shaped, and is known generically as a saddle seat sander. And that is how they're done. In the warehouse on the 3rd aisle in the middle, on the north side, there is a Lobo machine, which is a good speed coir actually, that sands this automatically. And that one has a traveling pad and cams that force the sanding belt into this scoop. But normally they do this on a stroke sander. And you could sand a seat out like this typically in 2-3 minutes. This machine is designed actually to be hopper fed, and the hopper consists of stacking them in front of this. And each time the dog comes through, it grabs one. In the majority of these machines that I've seen, this is broken because things jam. And that, if there's a weak point in this machine, that's what it is. There doesn't seem to be a good, there's not a good fail-safe mechanism in it. I decided I liked the flat belt drive on this, and I left it. And part of the reason I like the flat belt drive is if I do jam something up, the flat belt will have much more slippage. The clutch mechanism, which is factory, leaves a lot to be desired. But all in all, it's a fantastic machine. This one's probably, I would guess, and literature on these things is sparse, but probably about 1910 on this machine. And it's an amazing, amazing condition. The only welds at all were in this piece right here, and very old in this. And there's a small weld in this fence, and there's a nice chunk taken out of this feed roller right there where a knife hit it at some point. The last one I worked at looked like a butcher block on top from all the knives that had hit the bed. The clutch was gone. The gearbox was in, man, I think I rebuilt about 10 teeth in it, and maybe half of what was there before me. They're prone to crashing. That's what it is. Any questions? Great thoughts?
Are you actually making chairs, or are you just working on the equipment?
I'm a wannabe. I used to be I used to run a shop before I got into this business a little over 20 years ago. And all I ever wanted to do was make chairs and tables. I never figured out how to do it and make money at it. And one embezzlement and one divorce, I ended up in this business. And for a long time, I had a real bad taste in my mouth about woodworking. And now, I am actually producing some wood parts, products now. Hopefully before the end of the year, I will be producing. I'm close.
How does your part clamp to the table? What clamps it down?
This? It's just like a plant. You can come close. I'll just shut the power off. It's, you've got a hold down right here. That kind of an ingenious one. And it's like, instead of a roller table, it's a flat platen. And this whole thing, you can see this whole block is independent of this.